I just think it was the video where it called him Dr. Frankenstein and said his monster shot him through the neck. I mean, obviously this is a person, and looking at this is someone who was a husband and a father, and in the days after his shocking death, that happened as a result of his views, or it happened as a result as he was sharing his views publicly with people, that people found it jarring to hear such criticism of that in the immediate aftermath of
what I find jarring is that there are so many people willing to excuse the most reprehensible things that he said, that they agree with that they're willing to have monuments for him, that they want to create a day to honor him, and that they want to produce resolutions in the House of Congress honoring his life and legacy. It is one thing to care about his life, because obviously so many people loved him, including his children and wife. But I am not going to sit here and be judged for not wanting to honor any legacy this man has left behind. That should be in the dustbin of history, and we should hopefully move on and forget the hate that he spewed every single day.
The irony of a human being that is spreading hate, calling Charlie Kirk a person that spewed hate, is baffling. Charlie Kirk, and I've said this numerous times, he was a good guy. You didn't always have to agree with him, but he was one of the few conservatives out there that was willing to debate the issues. He never harmed anybody. He never said anything hateful. Even when they cut out his clips to make it sound like he was hateful, they were always factual, and there was nothing hateful about his speech. The only reason they took him out is because they couldn't stand that a person could be that righteous, that articulate, and was willing to debate ideas that, for context, historically, liberals have always struggled to articulate their ideas because it never makes sense. Their ideas goes against the fundamentals of being human. And I'm glad that they are being exposed. You can see it. These people are evil. And I will never celebrate the demise of a liberal like they have done to conservatives. I'll never do that. But these people move around without security. They don't have to put in the amount of effort that conservatives have to put in just to be able to live. And I worry that if they keep pushing the button, things will become a lot more difficult for them in their personal lives. They won't be able to walk around without security. Because let's just be honest here. In a war between liberals and conservatives, I'll always put my money on the conservatives when it comes to violence, because the men have testosterone. These are battle-hardened men. These are men in the military. These are men in the National Guard. These are men that work blue-collar jobs. These are men that work in coal plants. These are men sometimes that work in offices, that go to the gym. They are physically fit to respond. But again, you guys know on this channel, we don't condone any violence. I think it is time for these liberals to shut the hell up. And if they are open for debate, let them be open for debate. The floor is always open. But to have a sitting member of Congress say such hateful things and think that there's nothing wrong with that, America, we got a problem. I think these liberals are not okay.